Welcome to Scratch. Today we are going to look at orbiting a satellite around Earth. Let me just show you around Scratch first of all. We have the Scratch stage, and you can see my orbit and my Earth and my starry night. Underneath the stage we have the backdrop, which is the far left, and you can see it says stage 1 backdrop. You can add other backdrops there as well. The sprites are the things, objects on the stage. Okay, so this is what we use to code them. Make sure they're highlighted before we start coding. And we are going to start coding the satellite first. In the middle you can see the scripts here. Okay, these are all the blocks that we're going to use for our code. The events tabs, these orange blocks, always start a script. And every time an animation starts, you will use something like when green flag is clicked. Okay, and that's what we're going to start with. On the other side we can see the motion blocks. Motion blocks make your sprites move, and looks blocks change your sprite. And then of course you've got the sounds as well if you wanted to put sounds in. So we're going to start with the events, and I've dragged a when green flag is clicked to start us off. I do want to move the satellite, but before I move it, I want to make sure that I position it first. On the stage, there is an imaginary grid, just like the one that you may have seen in maths, where you've got X and Y coordinates and you have to plot a grid. Okay. So the X and Y coordinates, you can see them underneath the stage on the bottom right hand corner. So wherever I move my mouse, you can see that they change to tell me where the coordinates are. Now what I want is I want to know the coordinates of the satellite, because I want it to always start in this position. So if I go up to motion and have a look down the blocks, I can see I go to X and Y. So if I drag that out onto the stage, and I put that under the block, if I moved that satellite and click the green flag, I know it will go back to where I wanted it to go. Now I could change the X and Y coordinates to whatever I want. So I'm going to start it at a minus, say 95, and the Y I'll say 18. So let's see where that goes. Okay, so it started it at the side, left hand side. Now I need to point it in a direction, so I'm going to drag out a point in direction. I want it to go upwards, so point upwards. Okay. And my next block, I'm going to use a space key to move or to start the satellite from orbiting around the Earth. I can change the space key to any letter of the alphabet or any keys that are on my keyboard, but I'm going to keep it with space for now. So first of all I want to move it, so go to motion, move 10 steps, and I also want the turn 15 degrees. I'm going to change these because I don't want to move to 10 steps, I just want to move, I say 5 steps, and I'm just going to turn 3 degrees. Okay, so put that under the space and click the green flag to start it, click the space key to start the satellite. And you can see every time I click the space key, it goes around the Earth. Now I want it to do it automatically. I don't want to keep pressing the space key. And to do this, I go to the control blocks. Now this controls how your script works. And you can see this forever block here. It's a loop, and it loops around your code continuously until you ask it to stop. So if I place that around my move 5 steps and turn 3 degrees and click the green flag, starts where I want it to, I click on the space and watch what happens. So now it goes around the Earth. I might want to change these 5 steps and 3 degrees. I could play around with these, see what they do. So if I go 3 steps and say 2 degrees, I'll just stop it, start it, and then click the space key, and it's slowed down slightly. You see it's changed a little bit. So this is what I want you to do. I do want you to add something else to the orbit. or to orbit around Earth, I want you to go to the Choose Sprite from Library, which is just under the stage. Click on that, it brings up the library, and I'm going to go to Space, and then I'm going to click on the spaceship. So click OK, and now you go to Spaceship. You can see it's rather big. I don't want it that big, so I'm going to go right up to the top, and if you can see a little shrink tool. We've got the shrink tool here, and I'm going to click on the shrink, and you can see the crosshairs, and I just keep clicking on the rocket until it's the right size. You might have to do it a few times. Okay, so now I've got my rocket, I can code it, but I'm going to leave that for you to do. What I need to do now is share my work, and to do this I need to click on the right hand side, right at the top. You can see the share button. I've just clicked it there, so the grey share button, and it will bring up this page. It says your project is now shared. Do put some instructions to tell me how it works. Okay, so once you've done that, you can then highlight the web address, copy it, and then paste it as an upload to your homework. You can also put it in a Word document if you want, and then upload that, but you can just send the web address to me. Right, so have fun with your Earth and your satellite.